Imagine that you are a restaurant owner and your website is ranking on the first page of Google for your chosen keywords like best restaurant in your city, best place to dine out in your city, best place, best food in your city, and all such stuff that you can imagine for your business. What's going to happen then? You are going to get a lot of visitors in your restaurant, a lot of paying customers, and your profitability is going to skyrocket. That is the power of SEO, the search engine optimization. In simple terms, SEO is nothing but the process of ranking your website on the first page of Google using some tips, tricks, hacks, and strategies that are collectively called search engine optimization. Now, before going further, it is important that you understand why search engine optimization is important for us. What we are going to achieve with search engine optimization. So, there are various benefits of search engine optimization. Like, number one, as obvious, if you are ranking above your competitors, you are going to get more traffic to your website, more information for your business, and more paying customers for you. Another benefit of SEO is that it is a free marketing strategy. Free in terms of that you don't have to pay anything to the Google to rank your website on the first page of Google. All Google asks is good quality content that satisfies a user intent. Like suppose if a user is searching for apple, then whether he is searching for Apple as a fruit or Apple as a device company, depending on the user's intent, if you are writing about fruit apple, when somebody is searching for the apple relating to the iPhone or iPad that we all use, then in that case, your article is not relevant to the user's search intent. So Google is not going to rank it. It was just a very simplified example, but you get the point, alright? Another advantage of SEO is that when your website is ranking on the first page of Google, you are going to build trust with your audience because most of us think that whichever website is ranking on the first page of Google, they are all trusted websites. That's why Google is ranking them on the first page. They are actually the best. That's why Google is ranking them on the first page. This is the general perception of public at large about search engine results. So even if you are a new business and you are able to rank your website following the best practices, following the algorithm updates from Google and rank it on the first page of Google, you are going to build immediate trust with your audience as a trustworthy service provider or product provider. That is the power of Google marketing. That is the power of SEO marketing. Another advantage of SEO marketing is that because it's a free marketing channel, whatever the traffic that you are getting on your website is basically free. But if you have implemented a Facebook pixel or a Google remarketing tag, then with paid advertising, you can remarket to all this audience again and again and convince them as paying customers, convert them as paying customers. Remarketing is nothing but the concept of showing your advertisement to whoever has visited your website again and again, hammering them literally, hammering them with your ads again and again so that they build trust on your brand, they build trust with your business and identify you as a good service provider. That is the power of SEO. Now, there are basically two kinds of SEO prevalent in the modern time. One is website SEO, another is local SEO. Now, what's the difference between the two? Not every business wants to rank all over the world. Suppose if you are a restaurant and most of your customer would be coming from your own city only. So it is important for you to rank in your own city rather than the whole country or whole world. If I have a restaurant in Bhopal, and if it is not ranking in Bhopal but ranking in Delhi, ranking in Mumbai, ranking in Hyderabad, it is not going to help me. What I actually want is that my website should rank in my locality, in my geography. And there are some specific dedicated tips that you can apply to rank your website in your geographical area, in your locality. It is called local SEO. While on the other hand, there are some internet-driven businesses that can serve audiences from all over the globe, if not from their national geography. Like if you think about Amazon or Flipkart or some big retail chain or some service provider that can offer their service all over the India, what they can do? They can go for a website SEO. That means their website should rank for the given keyword all over the India or all over their chosen country, if not all over the world. So that is the second part, website SEO. So if we want to rank our website on a national level, on an international level, it comes and it has to follow the best practices under website SEO. And if we just want to rank our website on the first page of Google for our chosen keywords in our locality, in our own city, in our own geographical area, then it has to follow the rules of local SEO. So these are the two kind of SEO at present prevalent in the modern SEO game. But like every good thing, there are some cons for SEO strategy as well. And as I've already told you, it's a long-term game. What I mean is that even if you are doing everything correct, even if you are following all the right practices, you are creating high quality content that serves the user intent, but despite that, it will take time. Generally, an article that is optimized as per Google best practices takes anywhere between 1 year to 1.5 years to rank on the first page of Google, depending on the competition in the market. That is the average time that you have to wait to see the result of your hard work that you are working on SEO. Number second, because it is the best practices, everyone can follow it. And if there are too many competitors that are doing the same thing, that are optimizing their website as per Google best practices, there would be increased competition. And naturally, there are only 10 results that are shown on the first page of Google. So if the competition is high, the best 10 will go ahead. So despite if you are following all the right strategies, you are following the best practices, it is a possibility that your website may not rank on the first page of Google despite all that good work. That is the second con of SEO strategy. Number third, Google has been notorious about changing its algorithm constantly. It continuously has changed in the past also. So whenever our algorithm is updated, the criteria for which Google decides that which website should rank on first, which website should rank on second, and which website should rank on third, if that algorithm is going to change constantly, and if you don't keep up with the pace, what's going to happen? You are going to lose your ranking. You will be out of this game. So suppose if you spend some good amount of time over SEO practice, and later after 1 year or after 2 years Google brings a new update and all the past work that you have done may become obsolete. So you may have to start from the beginning. So that is another con of SEO strategy. And apart from that, there is just not limited to getting out of the SEO game. If you are following some old practices that Google has been banning, in that case you might even suffer a penalty from Google. Yes, Google can actually ban your website from ranking on the search page. So whatever the website traffic that you will be getting naturally, you can get devoid of the traffic. Your website can completely be banned from showing any result on Google if you are repeatedly doing some mistakes related to SEO practice. So these are the 4 cons of following a SEO strategy. It takes time, there is too much competition, then it might be possible that despite all good efforts, your website is not ranking on the first page of Google. Then, if Google changes its algorithm and you do not make changes and adaptation as per Google latest updates, then your website ranking may go down. And number 4, if you are following some bad practices of SEO that have obsoleted, then your website can even be banned from Google. But like all problems, there are solutions to overcome those cons. Like if we are talking that SEO is a long-term strategy, it doesn't produce immediate result, we can mix it with an omni-channel approach. Like we can use for the short period of time Google ads, Facebook ads, social media marketing, like strategies that give us the immediate result. We get immediate traffic, and on the side run, we keep working on our SEO game. So this way, we on the short term level, we are going to get traffic, we are going to get customers with paid advertising and social media marketing, but at the same time, because we are working on our SEO game also, after 1 year, after 1.5 years, we are going to get the benefits of whatever hard work we are doing on SEO as well. So if we adopt our omni-channel approach, then we can get over with this long-term strategy approach. It is just about the making the right strategy mix. Number 2, if Google is constantly changing its algorithm and it's making updates, there are people in the market like expert SEO consultants and SEO marketing strategy, SEO marketing agencies that can help you to keep up the pace with changing algorithm updates. These agencies and these SEO experts keep a constant eye on what are the latest updates from Google, and they make amendments and make your website compliant with latest updates so that your website keep ranking on the first page of Google. That is an extra investment, but it is worth paying for. Then, if you have hired a good consultant, then he would also save you from any penalty, any potential penalty from Google. Generally, if a businessman goes for a cheaper service, generally he would find a SEO consultant who has some past knowledge that is not updated, and that's why his services is low costing, and that kind of SEO work actually brings penalty. If you are working with a good SEO consultant who keeps him updated with latest SEO practices, then definitely you are not going to have that same problem. So these are some of the roadways that you can adopt to follow SEO in your organization and reap the benefit of ranking your website on the first page of Google. With that said, this is Abhishek Sunari, your digital marketing consultant, and we meet again with another digital marketing strategy. Till then, goodbye.